Navajo Code is a remarkably successful secret communication system that was crafted and utilized by Navajo Marines during World War II. It facilitated the transmission of sensitive messages across the Pacific Theater, or the area where the Allied forces combated the Empire of Japan. This code was rooted in the spoken, unwritten Navajo language, whose complexity made it nearly indecipherable to the opposing forces. And it played a vital role in the Allied forces' war effort, significantly contributing to the success of essential military efforts in operation. The Navajo Code Talkers served across all 6 Marine divisions, as well as in the Marine Raider battalions and Marine parachute units. Their critical role was evident in major battles such as Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Peleliu, Iwo Jima, and Okinawa. The Navajo Code Talkers participated in every major assault the U.S. Marines executed in the Pacific from 1942 to 1945. While many people are familiar with the renowned Navajo or Dene Code Talkers, there were actually over 14 other native nations, such as the Cherokee and Comanche, who served as Code Talkers, both in the Pacific and in Europe during the war. The concept of employing Native Americans fluent in both their native tongues and in English to transmit confidential information in combat was initially tested during World War I, with the Choctaw Telephone Squad and other native communication specialists, and it wasn't until World War II that the U.S. military formally established a policy for recruiting and training American Indian speakers to serve as code talkers. While code talking was a primarily male-dominated industry, the Navajo Code Talker program during World War II also included female participants, specifically WAVES, or Women Accepted for Volunteer Emergency Service. The U.S. Navy established a branch called WAVES to allow women to serve in the Navy in non-combat roles, freeing up men for combat duty. Approximately 100,000 women served as WAVES, performing tasks ranging from clerical work to specialized roles, from weather forecasting and navigation, and from nurses to code talkers. A notable example of a WAVE code talker is Winnie Briegel, who served as a Navy WAVE and became a code talker. The program was initially focused on training male Navajo speakers, but due to a shortage of Navajo speakers, the participating WAVES were trained to understand and transmit the code. The Marine Corps' Navajo Code Talker program was initiated in September 1942, following a suggestion made in February by Mr. Philip Johnston to Major General Clayton V. Vogel. Mr. Johnston, the son of a missionary to the Navajo people, was fluent in their language because he had lived among them for 24 years. He proposed that the Marine Corps use Navajo as a code language for radio and wire transmissions to ensure secure communications due to the complexities and indirect translations that would be used later in the codes. The speed of which a message could be decoded was usually under a minute for shorter messages to establish a safe yet rapid decoding. The initial version of Navajo Code, or Type 1 code, utilized 26 Navajo terms to represent each individual English letter, allowing for the spelling of words. The Type 2 code featured words that could be directly translated from English into Navajo. Additionally, the Code Talkers created a dictionary of 211 terms, which was later expanded to 411 terms, specifically for military terminology and names that didn't originally exist in the Navajo language. After World War II, many Navajo Code Talkers returned to their communities, often encountering economic challenges. Some of them stayed in their local areas, taking up farming, ranching, or fishing. Others emerged as leaders within their tribes, and several joined organizations like the Navajo Code Talkers Association to educate the public about their wartime contributions and ensure their legacy was preserved. Despite their vital service, the Navajo Code Talkers and WAVES were bound by secrecy after the war. Initially, they received little public acknowledgement until the program was declassified in 1968.